What's up, everybody? I'm Nick Cato.
On Spencer Breland.
This is Active Reload episode 4. A lot of big stuff happened yesterday.
Definitely did.
Yeah, we waited to record because usually we're gonna drop the video 10 a.m. Wednesday.
Yeah.
But we figured may as well wait till PlayStation showcase event.
And load a little bit.
It was something. So we're pretty much going to be talking about what this means for Xbox moving forward.
Yeah. Where to begin, honestly, with that?
I know where to begin. I want to give a thank you to Microsoft for your pre-order.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Explicitly stating what time they're going up on what retailers.
Yep.
Not letting the retailers open up early.
And if you're in a different time zone or different part of the world, I should say, it opens up at 8 a.m. your time in the world. So they're kind of rolling it out. It's not going to be all just at once.
Yeah, so I'm going to split the blame for the PS5 pre-order fiasco. 60% retailers, 40% Sony.
When Sony's just like, oh, it'll go up sometime tomorrow depending on the retailer and does not set like any kind of standard, of course the retailer's just gonna be like, oh, we can go, press the button.
Walmart goes first, and then it was just all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
That Walmart tweet that was like, hey, they're supposed to be tomorrow, but we love you guys, so we're gonna put it up now. Then it was all hell. I got 2 of them. Just in case, we were one Walmart, one Amazon. Spencer got one on Amazon.
I got one on Amazon.
So we were lucky.
Thank God.
It was a big showcase.
That's all it said.
It was a huge showcase. So you can watch our reaction if you want, and you can see our reaction us trying to pre-order it too. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And my Harry Potter reaction.
the Harry Potter reaction was amazing. Perfect. You gotta go check it out.
Yes. So start out with the basics. PS5, $499.99. PS5 Digital Edition, $399.99, and it is launching November 12th.
Yep.
So I guess let's just start with the price, because that's the best thing. I think this was the worst case scenario for Microsoft.
No. The worst case would have been if they would have undercut them, like, completely. I mean, they kind of undercut them, and they kind of didn't.
See, I feel like the real undercutting and the real kind of where it screws them over, not with the regular PS5, but with the digital. The fact that, for all intents and purposes, if you don't care about discs, you can get a PS5 for $400.
But I just want to throw this out there. I think they literally made like 1,000 of those consoles. Like, it is impossible to find that console.
It's something.
I tried for hours.
You finally got one. I felt really bad for you. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was sitting there like, damn, because I watched our video.
Yeah.
And when mine went through, because I can't see what you look like when we're just doing this, so I get to see all your reactions. For some reason, your mic was really low.
Yeah, I adjusted this episode, so it should be louder.
Yeah, you're good. But you just looked so depressed that yours didn't go through, and mine was like, yeah, I got mine. It's like, you just looked like mother.
Dude, I literally spent the whole night refreshing like pages. Faith kept looking at me just like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to get a pre-order. She's like, why don't you just check back later? I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. I got to keep refreshing.
We're going now. Yeah. So I just feel like with the Series S being at $300, when you could get something that is way better for just $100 more, it's not like that $200 Golf anymore. It's just that $100. I really feel like that's the sweet point. Is $400 for the most powerful thing you can offer. And we're going to get into some more stuff besides price and I have a lot of questions for Microsoft that me and you can try to answer.
while we're still on price, though, I mean, at least Microsoft is offering the whole Xbox All Access thing, where you can literally pick up an Xbox for $25 a month or 35, depending on which model you get.
Yes, and I don't remember if we were clear on that in the last episode we did. I do want to be clear with everyone that you are taking a credit line out.
Yep. But
and they're checking your credit score.
It's like no extra like fee on top of it or anything.
Yeah. So I'm just, I don't want anyone to jump in and be like, why is my credit score like 50 points lower now? So that's what it is. But oh God, where to even start? So I guess let's just go through the what happened to the show. So it started out with Final Fantasy VI. My internet connection's unstable.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're still rocking.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it started with Final Fantasy 16 being console exclusive, not timed, just console exclusive. Yeah. That's a huge blow for the Europe and Japanese all the other regions, and and America. So that's a huge blow. Then it went into Miles Morales, looking amazing, and Demon Souls being a launch game, and that was the game of the show to me.
Demon Souls is what sold it for me.
Oh, God. So I'm not going to talk about Harry Potter and all that because that's coming to Xbox as well. I'm just talking about stuff. And I know Demon Souls is a timed exclusive. Am I right?
Yes.
So
wait, nope.
It's just exclusive.
It's just exclusive because supposedly that was a whole mishap on their trailer. I have no idea how that got included, that it's a timed exclusive and PC, but somebody made a boo-boo.
Okay, good. Okay, so it's just exclusive. That's even worse.
Yeah.
And then they announced God of War coming next year.
And Horizon's still coming next year.
Yes. This is my first bullet point. The output of Sony's first parties is just insane.
Yeah.
Like, Microsoft is staring down the barrel of, in the first 15 months of the console, Miles Morales, Demon Souls, Ratchet and Clank, Horizon Forbidden West, and God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's like their biggest exclusives. But I have a feeling some of those will get delayed, but
I think God of War is going to get delayed.
At least they went ahead and announced it, and you know it's coming. So
yeah, it's like, it's making, like, with the debacle with Halo, when you see games like Miles Morales and Demon Souls, I know Bluepoint's not a first party, but it should be for Sony. But and you see these games, it's like, it just makes Microsoft's first parties look bad.
Which I will say,
and I hate it.
They're different type of games. Sony is like single player focused games. Meanwhile, Microsoft is multiplayer. Halo is built from the ground up to support more than one person walking through an alleyway. It's for multiple people to jump in, play, and so I will say that's the difference in between the whole one looking like 10 times better than the other. But still, you think they would have came up with something by now?
Yeah. And then the other huge thing to me was, which is kind of a swipe at Game Pass. Not as good as Game Pass, but that PS Plus Sony something, I forgot what they called it. So you can download PS Plus Collection. You download just a ridiculous ton of their exclusives, plus like really huge third-party games, like you get Mortal Kombat and Fallout 4 and stuff at launch, just for being a PlayStation Plus member. This is downloaded, not streamed.
Thank God.
And yes, while it's not as good as Game Pass, you're not getting the new games.
Yeah.
If you're someone jumping into the PlayStation ecosystem for the first time, I mean,
you can't go wrong with it.
You could argue that there's more. Well, that's really horrible English. You could argue that there's better games on that than Game Pass, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much
And
got every first party Sony exclusive besides like the last year and maybe Spider Man's missing, but
yes, I think Spider-Man, Last of Us Part 2, and Ghost of Tsushima are on there for
yeah.
sure. So my man. So my first question is, what is Microsoft's angle now that they can take after this? Because this is a huge blow, regardless.
Yeah, no. See, I think what Microsoft really has going for them is just the whole you can pick up a console for $25. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think at the end of the day, that's going to hurt Sony a lot more than they're expecting it to because just coming from retail and like working in retail space, people like cheap. Like if
They do.
somebody walks in Best Buy and I could have told them, hey, you could walk out here with the Xbox today for only $25 a month, it'd be like no brainer for them. That's what they would go. They'd go for the cheap, whatever's cheapest for them to basically get over that barrier into the next generation. That's what they're going to go for. Because I mean, at the end of the day, your average gamer just plays Madden, Call of Duty, and
True.
maybe like one or two other titles a year. Meanwhile, us, we're in the nitty gritty.
Too much.
Yeah. But I mean, between that and just the value of Game Pass, because I mean, if they buy that console at $25 a month, they're getting Game Pass, they're getting EA Play, they're getting a whole huge access to like a library of games that, yeah, Sony's giving you some great first party titles with that PS Plus collection. It's just not the amount or just the vast library that you're getting with Game Pass.
Yeah, and that it's just when you walk in the store launch day, the thing that worries me is, yeah, you got Game Pass, but Game Pass, like, you can't see what's on it. Like when you walk in the store, like when you're talking about those Madden people, like just the average gamers. No disrespect to you, I don't mind.
Well,
I'm jealous
guess
of you
what?
sometimes. They buy physical,
But if I tell them,
and
hey, you can get every Madden that's came out with EA Play with the Xbox Game Pass, I'm
it's
telling you,
true.
it's. I mean, sure, the average Joe walks into Walmart and buys a console off the shelf. They're not going to get the experience. But if they walk into Best Buy, I promise you, the Best Buy person is going to be sitting there because they're more likely going to get better. You don't get commission working Best Buy. You get better, basically, scores.
Yeah.
You'll get a better score selling somebody a monthly thing than you are just selling that $400 console.
So I do have a question as someone who worked at Best Buy, because I think I saw this when I was trying to pre-order. Best Buy, you can do a monthly payment plan on a PlayStation as well, right?
If you sign up with their Best Buy credit card, but even then,
Okay.
that's not a monthly plan. You have to pay. You don't necessarily have to pay that a month, and you can get yourself in trouble. Meanwhile,
Uh,
Meanwhile, Xbox
the
All
best
Access is just you're forced to pay it unless you just ignore it, and then
if you have the good enough credit for it, you can get it.
yeah.
But man, the Best Buy website is very. I don't know. That made it sound like, hey, you can just pay us off monthly.
Yeah.
Because it just said the price of it, then or $30-something a month.
Yeah.
But all right, yeah, I still think that's going to be great, and I think that's going to be a good angle to go to. With Game Pass, you got to go the value route.
Yeah.
And I guess that kind of segues, because I was going to say, when you walk into the store, you're going to see that shiny Miles Morales thing, and I feel like Xbox doesn't have that. And I mean, I'm not going to use Demon Souls and them. It is a flashy box art, but I mean,
the issue with Microsoft is they don't have that huge first party title at launch. That is their biggest issue. I mean, there's no Halo; it got delayed. I think the only titles they're really pushing is third party titles. Besides, I think there's like a couple. I wouldn't call them AAA titles, more like AA titles, like the Medium,
yeah,
Scorn, and stuff like that. That it is exclusive to their console, but it's just not Halo or Gears of War or Forza or Fable or any of those titles at launch.
Yeah. So segueing now, because we're talking about that, with all these new studios they acquired and things, when do you think they can start competing tit for tat with Sony? Like, what year do you think we're going to start seeing these? Like, do you think it's
Uh,
2022, 2023?
2022 would be my best guess. I would hope by the end of next year. I would hope, but
Mm-hmm.
2022 would be my guess.
Yeah, because they have that whole list of games. Because the one game that I am just shocked we have not heard more on is Hellblade.
Yeah, that to me that would have been the one game I would have been like boasting because
Yeah.
that first trailer knocked everybody's socks off, and then it's been silent, just complete
Yeah, they
silence.
opened with it.
Yeah, like I rewatched that trailer like 10 times. Get pulled up because that sucker. Oh man,
Yeah, when she's doing a little chant and all that.
yeah,
So
it makes no sense why we haven't heard more from this game.
it would just worries me when are we going to start seeing the fruits of all of these purchases? The
Well,
fruits of the labor, as they say.
I mean, you got the initiative, which is what were they rumored to be working on? Is it Perfect Dark? Is
Yeah,
which I don't know how they can make that franchise exciting to me, at
I
least
don't know.
personally. I enjoyed the Xbox 360 version because it just had a awesome multiplayer that you could play with bots. And when I didn't have
Yes,
Xbox Live, that was just perfect right up my alley. Because I was like, oh, I can just sit here and play multiplayer all day. So
that's true. I so I guess you're having the Hellblade trailer planned.
yeah, a little bit in the background. Yeah,
Okay, so the next question now, because we were talking about prices and values and how the Series S is great.
yeah.
Is the Series X still a good value now that the PS5 is $500 or the digital's 400? Is it still a good value
I think it's going to be the
for
best
what you
place.
get?
I think it's going to be the best place to play your third party games this generation, hands down. Just, but it's still a great value because you can pick it up for $35 a month.
Yeah, you broke up. I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
You're good. I said it's still like the best value though because you can pick it up for $35 a month. When when you're telling the average person that it's just so much easier for them to swallow than $400 or $500.
I know, and that's why I feel like they would just go with the Series S at that point for 25 if they're going to go that route. But if you were going to spend $500, like if you're going in there with the intention of getting it, like is that still a good value when the PS5 is 5 or 4?
Well, I mean, I like I said just a minute ago, I think it's going to be the best place to play your third party games. I think they're going to run the best and look the best on Xbox Series X, just because it does have that extra power.
Now, I wonder if they're going to take advantage of it because I know with the Xbox One X, that was the most powerful system. But I
Yeah,
can only remember a handful of games, like Red Dead 2 was one of them, really taking advantage of it. Do you think
Cyberpunk.
they're actually going to?
Yeah, Cyberpunk will be the first title I believe that takes use of it, and that's like the biggest game dropping this fall. It's way bigger than Demon Souls. It's way bigger than Miles Morales. No offense,
Yeah.
but everybody's pumped for Cyberpunk. And if you
Oh, yeah.
say it's going to run and look the best on Xbox, yeah. I mean, PlayStation's got the whole Call of Duty licensing and all that fun stuff. So I don't know. But I think the best place to play third party games is going to be Xbox Series X.
Yes. I could see some people, I could see maybe like Assassin's Creed and stuff
Assassin's
like that doing
Creed,
because I know
Watch
they've had some
Dogs.
marketing. Yeah. I think
Basic,
Assassin's Creed confirmed 4K 60, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
Assassin's basically any Ubisoft title, any EA title. Uh, I think those are really going to be like their big third party strong suits on the console because Activision's so in bed with Sony right now. Uh, let's see. And I mean, 2K really doesn't care.
That's true. They just
So
want you to buy their game.
yeah, yeah, and they know you will. So all right, Nick, you cutting out for a second. So say something. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, but there you go. I hear you.
Finally, Jesus. I think it's honestly Zoom doing this.
Wouldn't
But
shock me.
yeah. So now I want to bring up the rumors floating around with these developers because we're talking about Series S, Series X. Do you think that third party developers are actually gonna, and just devs in general, are gonna be like held back from the Series S? Because I heard something about their CPU and stuff
No,
not being remotely up to snuff, and I heard a bunch of devs. I think someone Doom Eternal was tweeting about it, saying like this is not good.
no. I mean, it's like these people have never played on a PC before. It's you got to think of this generation as a like a PC based generation. Every PC plays stuff differently. One runs the games at 120 frames per second. One of them is running all the best ray tracing. It's the games are going to scale. These same third party developers that are making games for these consoles, they're also on PC. They run into the same issues on PC. Is the Xbox Series S going to run a game just because Xbox Series X? Probably not, because you're not going to hit the native 4K with ray tracing and all that. You're going to be limited to 1440p, but you'll still be able to hit the ray tracing.
Yeah, I just think of the biggest thing I think of, and I'm not a spec guy, but I was thinking about the PS5 games that are coming to PS4 as well, Miles Morales and Horizon.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked to
Ratchet
see
and
God of War.
Clank, yeah, I can see that too. Ratchet and Clank is not on there because they said the game literally can't run on it because of all the teleporting and stuff.
That's I I think the reason they're not bringing it is just because of what they said.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
you could make it work. You would just have to do a little
that would
bit
be
of
hard.
yeah. Like
They even have a weapon that you like soft teleport
you would have to
short
like
distances.
you'll have to do one of the fake loading screens like where they're squeezing through something, like in all
Yeah,
AAA games now.
and I think of the biggest thing I think of is the weapon where you just throw that as this whip and you just like teleport. I don't think that could work.
You'd have a different weapon in the PS4 version.
That's just not included. But I was just thinking because with the PlayStation 5, if you're making a PS5 game, it's just you just have to make one game as opposed to the Xbox. I was just wondering with that rumor because I saw that floating around all week,
Yeah. No,
going crazy.
literally we got to start thinking of this generation like a PC. To me that's what the Xbox is going for. It's just two different PC boxes sitting there. It's
Yeah,
basically what Steam should have did a long time ago with their Steam boxes or Steam machines that they basically just butchered because they didn't know the right way to go about doing it. And to me, Xbox is trying to navigate into this PC space without all the confusion of, oh, do I need this graphics card? Oh, what processor? Oh, which kind of heat sink do I need to buy? How many fans do I need? What case fits this motherboard? No, they're just, here's a box that can play
get a
stuff at
system.
1440p, or here's a box that can play at native 4K.
I still think the Series S is more of a 1080p 120 device myself.
What
I still feel like that's what they want.
the Series S or Series X?
Yes, Series S, S.
I think it'll hit 1440p. It's not that hard to hit.
120?
No, no. I don't see any. Like I said, the first game I see hitting 120 is probably Forza at
Forza.
1440p or 4K. Now,
Yeah.
any other game, just like how Gears of War, what was it, 5 multiplayer? It's 120 frames per second.
Yeah, they're 1080p.
Yeah, it's 1080p. Yep. And I see that for Series S, Series X, that type of thing. But mark my words.
That's why I'm not
the
running.
First Forza.
Yeah, that's why I'm not running out to get a monitor or a new TV yet. My TV has 4K, 60, HDR, it can do all that stuff. So I'm going to wait until I actually need HDMI 2.1.
Yeah. Don't blame you.
So I guess the biggest thing to me now is I don't even know how long we've been talking about this.
About 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
I know we're trying to usually go for like about 30 minutes or so.
No, you're good.
So is there anything they can do before launch to sway the public opinion?
No, just keep doubling down on, hey, here's when you can pre-order. Look, you can actually pre-order our console when we tell you to. And hey, you can buy
I have a feeling this is going to be a...
Nah. I see I don't see it being as bad as PlayStation 5. And like I said, I had like 10 different chances to get the disc version last night. It's because I wanted the discless version that they only made like 100 of. That it was difficult. It took all night, but I was able to get one. What?
So now here's the real question, though. We've been talking about it a while. I know there's an Xbox podcast and all that, but I've said that a lot this episode. But are you buying a Series X?
Yeah.
Or are you on the fence still?
Nope. I'm all in. I think I'm still on my PlayStation hype from last night, so I'm all in. Because like I said,
you're ready to...
Yeah, I will probably be buying all my third-party games. If I'm not playing them on my PC, I will be getting them on Xbox just because that's where they're going to run the best at the end of the day.
Yeah. And honestly, funny enough, I mean, Sony, if you wanted to break down and be like, I'll play my third parties on Xbox, my first parties on Sony.
Yeah.
Sony actually has enough first parties or that's not that crazy of a thing.
Yeah.
They have 5 exclusives coming out next year?
Yes. And to me, that's how I've always... Yeah, you cut out. But this is how like the whole last generation went for me is I bought all my third parties on Xbox and just played the first party Sony games as they came out. And it was perfect. I mean, to me, it's kind of like the people that buy a PlayStation and Nintendo Switch.
Yep.
Nobody's playing third-party games on Nintendo Switch. They're just buying the exclusives on it. And to me, that's how the Xbox and PlayStation work in tandem together. Is because PlayStation just makes such great first parties that I have a console just to play those games.
Yeah, and I don't know if I broke up before I said it, but now Sony's pumping out so many exclusives that you're going to be playing like 5 a year next year.
Oh, dear Jesus.
And then you'll be playing like the same, and then you can play all your third parties, and you'll probably be playing about the same amount of games.
Yeah.
I know I'm probably going to end up getting one. I say I'm not, or I'm on the fence, but the second the 20-second hits, I'm going to be like,
oh, yeah. You're like,
I'll just get an order in, just in case.
Just in case. Oh, wait, it's November 10th. Oh, it's shipped. Oh, well.
It
looks like I'm getting it.
I'm very excited, and I'm going to make sure I actually use it this time. My Xbox One X was just a dust collector, honestly, so I'm excited to actually use it. I am very excited for the Series X. I think it's a great console. I think it looks cool. It's just so hard after that event to be like, lie to myself and say I'm more excited for the Series X than the PS5. I'm excited for them all. I'm excited for the 4K Switch.
Yeah.
Our Gaming Treehouse Radio next episode is going to be about the state of next gen.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about everything. It is. It's a really long episode. But I'm just excited in general. And I hope everyone's also enjoying xCloud because that launched.
Yeah.
So
I still haven't even tried it on my Samsung yet. It's just too much hassle to hook up.
I can't see that little logo right there. I can't do it.
It's too much hassle for me to connect a Bluetooth controller to my work phone, and
buying the Razer Kishi.
Yeah, I thought about it, but
I heard it doesn't. I heard it's not the best for. I was watching The Verge. I was reading The Verge's review of it, and they were saying it's great, but not the best for Xbox games. Some with the sticks and the buttons are a little squishy.
Dude. Yeah, that'd be strange. I think I'd probably just want to play on my controller, but I'm the type of person, if I'm going anywhere, if I'm not at home, it's because I'm too damn busy to be doing anything like playing a game on the go or something. Now, if I was 12 years old again, oh, dude, I'd be all over it.
Or had to take public transit,
Yeah,
all over it.
yeah, but
My Switch is primarily docked.
yeah, mine's the same way. The only time I ever like really play my Switch right now is if Fate's reading a book or if we just want to sit on the porch or something. I'm like, well, while you read a book, I'll play a game or something. But
I will be playing Mario
yep,
tomorrow.
Mario tomorrow. I can't wait.
Yeah, not to date the video or anything, but
We just did.
yes. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had. It was just where Microsoft is at this point after that event, because I feel like that was like a nuclear bomb. Dude. The only negative thing about yesterday was the pre-orders.
Yeah, the pre-orders and the fact that they just didn't really announce like any release dates during the show. They did it all after.
Yeah.
Like, why?
But we got all the info.
Yeah, we got all the info, but it's like, why didn't they just include it? But whatever.
I know. Man,
yeah, the showcase yesterday officially got me excited for next gen. I will say that.
It did. Yeah. It might be, and I don't want to be like prisoner of the moment. I've watched a lot of E3s.
Yeah.
That might be one of the best like game showcases I've ever watched.
I agree. I mean, it had like one or two lulls, like with the Oddworld thing, which is just not me, and then of course the Call of Duty, where it's like, oh yeah, that's Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's it. But Call of Duty's awesome. I'll be playing it tomorrow.
Yeah, I still got to download mine.
Oh, I haven't even done that. Is it up for download now?
I think it went up this morning. I just haven't turned on my PS4 yet.
I haven't either. I'll do that after we get off this. But man, still hyped for Series X. I don't want to sound down.
This is an Xbox podcast, and we've talked about PlayStation a lot. Sorry, guys.
The sixth time. Hey, I mean, sometimes you got to do it. You know, I mean,
competition's great.
Yes, and obviously, what happened yesterday has big ramifications for Xbox. So,
exactly.
I'll just say this: maybe it will push them. Maybe seeing all those games will push Halo to be even that much better.
Well, hey, it got delayed, so they better use that time for something.
I know. Take as much as you need, even if it's 2022. I don't care at this point.
We don't need another Master Chief Collection. We need a great Halo game again. Just take your time. Heck, you could take another year for all I care at this rate.
I know. Yes, just make sure you sell the monsters then too, because I don't want to hold on to my cans.
Yeah.
So, man, next week's episode is going to be. When is the 22nd? Is that the Tuesday?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
We'll discuss if we actually pre-order or got our pre-order in, that type of thing. How it all went. We'll break it down.
That's exciting. That's exciting. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Next time we see y'all on this podcast, we may be Xbox Series XS pre-ordered. Good.
I'm not getting the S. If I'm going in, I'm going in.
Yeah. See, I'm still debating like whether to get both.
Jesus, man, oh man.
Well, one for the living room and one to record on in my office. That way, because the great thing about Xbox, I stopped playing here. I just walk into the living room. My save would be right there, and I'd just be fine. But yeah. Meanwhile, PlayStation, you still got to upload to the cloud, download from the cloud.
You're not sure which one you want.
Yeah. So I'm definitely getting the X. I'm still on the fence about also getting the other, but
I'm back.
Hey, yeah, you're back. And you're gone. Maybe one day. Oh, I totally lost the picture. There he is. Talk. Can't hear you still, but maybe one day.
Am I back?
There he is.
So that is 1,000% Zoom. This is not my internet. Zoom just went berserk.
Yeah, it went berserk. Like your picture, like everything.
Yeah, so that was Zoom. Not my internet. I will say this. I think the problem is just Zoom.
Maybe so.
At this point.
Who knows?
But you never have problems. Who knows?
No.
But that's the sign of the Zoom gods that this is.
You're also on a Chromebook using Zoom. That's just like inception there. It's freaking out, telling you need to use Google Meet or something.
That's crazy.
Anyway.
But before we freak out, thank you all for listening to episode 4 of Max Reload. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you can, like the video, all that.
Yep. Go check out our reaction video from the showcase yesterday, and stay tuned for a Gaming Treehouse Radio episode this weekend, hopefully. And,
yes, what Spencer said, because he sounded robotic to me. So.
Oh, dear God.
Now you're back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. What a shit show. Last episode, I'm shoveling fries in my mouth. Now this time, just breaking down at the end.
Oh, dear Jesus.
So, thank you all for listening. Keep gaming. See you.
We'll see y'all.